Welcome back, everyone. It's me, I'm Rem Alternis. I'm the Community and Marketing Director for Catalystgamelabs. And this time I'm here with Suzanne from Restoration Games.
Hi.
Hi.
Rem. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm exhausted, but I'm having so much fun.
Good. I'm so glad to have you here. It's so nice to meet you.
It's
and
good to meet you.
I can't wait to hear all about the stuff that we have at Restoration.
Thank you.
And everything for Gen Con that's super exciting. So first, why don't you tell us your role for the company?
Great. So, Suzanne Sheldon, my title at Restoration Games is Master of Fireworks, and I am essentially just the head of marketing for us.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I mean, we work for a game company. Why have boring job titles?
Lauren Coleman notes, I want a cooler title.
No, absolutely. You deserve one. Trust me. Absolutely. So Master of Fireworks, yeah, Restoration Games. And Restoration Games, what we do is we have a special niche in the hobby, is that we actually take older games from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and we restore them and put them back out into the world. Because our tagline is we think that every game deserves another turn. So some of the games that we're really well known for are Fireball Island, Return to Dark Tower, Thunder Road, things like that.
That's awesome.
And it's so much fun to really, I mean, we are unabashedly playing into people's nostalgia, but what we do really, really well, we do our jobs really well. We make amazing games. But what we do really well is we capture not the games that you played as a kid and you remember, but the way you felt when you played the games as a kid, and we bring that back to the table for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thanks.
So how do you focus when you decide on a game that you're gonna revive, restore?
Yeah.
What does someone choose a feeling like? Oh, you remember that moment like when in Monopoly, whenever you were vindictive about someone owing you a hotel rent.
Absolutely.
Okay. Neat.
No, that's exactly it. So we think about what was the heart of this game? What can we not lose? And then we always want to make the game better.
Okay.
And so maybe that feeling is the feeling when you had an explosive die roll, or that feeling when you finally knocked out the big bad after you fought it, or that feeling when you cross the finish line, or the jokes that you make, or the interactions you have with the player, or the interactions you have with the board, or whatever that little heart of the game is.
Cool.
That's what we make sure we preserve.
I love that. That's
Thanks.
great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we really proud of the work. And so here at Gen Con, I think this is our 8th Gen Con. We just had a seminar earlier today that we called Blueprints, and we gave some updates on some projects, and then we announced a number of things. And so I thought I would come on here and share some of that.
Please.
And maybe talk about one of our new games. Does that work for you?
I'm so excited.
All right. So first of all, Rem, one of the game lines that we have is Unmatched. Unmatched is our restoration of a 90s game called Star Wars Epic Duels. So we've taken away Star Wars, but the whole promise of Unmatched is that it is a tactical skirmish game.
Ooh.
And so you take a hero, and we build out their custom decks for each hero that's very bespoke to them, and then you fight it out on the board. And the promise of Unmatched, though, is you can take any hero from any set against any other hero on any board.
Awesome.
So to date, we have 24 different sets with 70 different characters.
That's awesome.
Right? And so this is our latest set. It's Battle of Legends Volume 3. So we made a trilogy called Battle of Legends. And what Battle of Legends does is it really leans into that anachrony. And so, for example, the heroes in this set are Pandora.
Cool.
Loki.
Oh, yeah.
The Chupacabra.
Excellent.
And Blackbeard the pirate. So if you ever wanted to know who would win in a physical brawl, the Chupacabra or Blackbeard, I know that's what you dream about.
Yes, that is. It's
now you can fight out the battle
things that
here.
Keep me up at night.
Right? So we make sure we do some really nice, highly detailed miniatures. We put a paint wash on them in the factory so that even if you're not a painter, they still look pretty cool out of the get-go. And then each hero will come with a bespoke deck that's really custom. So, for example, here we have the Chupacabra. The Chupacabra specializes in just, I'll be honest, brutal, nasty attacks, right? And it can take a lot of damage, and it's going to be moving around and attacking and be fierce. Whereas Blackbeard has a totally different thing. Blackbeard is a nasty pirate, supported by some Sea Dog sidekicks that will help him along. And he has a special trick. Blackbeard has a treasure chest with doubloons. And the special thing here is that your opponent, when you do an attack, your opponent gets a doubloon. And then they can choose to spend it to change how your card behaves.
Oh.
And it's kind of this push your luck, push and pull. It gets really wild when you start playing in team games because your teammates can pay the ransom instead and things like that. Whereas Pandora has Pandora's box, of course, represented here in the form of a deck of Pandora's cards. And they can do various things like summon a sidekick, make her attack stronger, but as you get feathers and reveal feathers, you can take damage too, and you cycle through. So it's a little bit of push your luck.
Okay.
You can choose to keep on delving into Pandora's box, but if you hit 3 feathers, you're in trouble.
I feel like just opening Pandora's box is pushing your luck.
That's exactly it. I mean, we told the girl, don't do it. Did she listen? No, she did not. So, like, that's an example of what Unmatched does, and this is Battle Legends. So if you were to look at the Battle Legends trilogy, the first set has, now I'm going to forget. It has King Arthur, Medusa.
Love that.
Sinbad, and Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Volume 2, I know, has Achilles.
Okay.
Su Wukong, who is a Chinese monkey trickster god.
Oh, cool.
Achilles, Su Wukong, Yanenga. She is an African warrior princess.
Awesome.
And she's an archer that rides horseback.
Awesome.
And then Bloody Mary of like American urban legend. Like you say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, totally wild. So
Wow.
you can have Blackbeard the pirate fight Alice from Wonderland. Or you can have Loki the trickster god take on Su Wukong the trickster god.
So
it's bananas.
Each of the boxes stands alone, and so like I could buy box 17 if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's really cool.
They all stand alone. And so that is what Unmatched is in general. Now, one of the things that we announced recently, and we just showcased a little bit more, I'm going to get rid of that wrapper, is one of the new sets that we have coming is Unmatched Bruce Lee versus Muhammad Ali. And this is real. This is real. So we work with both the Bruce Lee and the Muhammad Ali estate to come up with this fully licensed set. And so you do get the dragon versus the goat.
That's awesome.
And their mechanisms are great. This was just announced. It just went up for pre-order on our website.
Cool.
And if you pre-order from Restoration Games, we ship to the U.S. and Canada, you'll get some special foil promo cards. This is going to come out later on this year. But now, yes, you can have Blackbeard fight Bruce Lee, which is pretty cool, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Oh, that's neat.
Thank you.
That's a cool partnership.
It is. And then the other one that we've been, now this is a Kickstarter that we already ran for Unmatched Adventures Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is it all the turtles versus each other?
It is, well, could be. But the way Unmatched Adventures work, you'll note that like the box is white and maybe a little bigger than our other boxes. That's because this is the cooperative take. Not everybody likes head-to-head battle. Totally fair, right? So what Unmatched Adventures does is it takes that core, beautiful, streamlined system, because Unmatched is a very streamlined system. On your turn, you just take 2 actions. You can move and draw a card, you can play a special scheme card, or you can attack.
Okay.
And it's all card-driven action, and that core rule set applies across the board. With Unmatched Adventure, it takes that core rule set and adds a cooperative element. So now, instead of fighting each other, you take a team and you fight a big bad. So in this particular set, you can fight Shredder or Krang.
Awesome.
They have a bunch of minions that they can fight, like Rocksteady and Bebop, that makes the game a little bit harder and more interesting. And yes, you get to play as any of the 4 turtles. They're supported by like April O'Neil, Casey Jones, things like that you want as the classics. But if you don't want to play cooperatively, you can take those turtles and fight them competitively against anybody.
That's excellent.
So you can have Leonardo fight Muhammad Ali.
I feel like it's Saturday morning.
And that's what we want it to feel like. So this one is in production right now. We will be fulfilling the Kickstarter later on this year.
Okay.
And it is also, for those of people who missed our Kickstarter, this is available for pre-order on our website right now as well.
And
it will
restorationgames.com?
It is restorationgames.com. Thank you. You're
awesome.
such a pro, Rem.
I'm trying.
I appreciate you. So that's Unmatched Adventures TMNT. And I will also point out that, like, obviously there are tons of fans who love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Back in the 90s, they had this amazing live-action movie And Fathom Events is doing a 35th anniversary screening
of
that movie. So in the U.S. and Canada, you can go to Fathom Events and check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and see if there's a screening near you this month. And if you go and catch the previews, you might see some really cool special commercials for Unmatched Adventures TMNT.
That's awesome.
We had a lot of fun with them. We are totally riffing on the cartoon, on the toy commercials of the 90s. So they are very, very intentionally cheesy. There is a song that we wrote.
Awesome.
Yes, there is.
Awesome.
So there you go. So that's a little bit about our game Unmatched and all of the really cool stuff that we have coming out this year for this game.
That's so cool. I haven't played this before. I'm unfamiliar with Restoration, but the whole mission, the whole idea of that nostalgia and those feels and the Saturday morning feels and having the adventures of your own, like that's so neat.
Thank you. And our team is amazing. I love them all. And one of the things I always like to tell people who maybe aren't familiar is also we have amazing design cred. So the head of our game design group is a man named Rob Davio. And Rob Davio is largely credited with creating the ideas of a legacy game.
Oh, cool.
So he invented Risk Legacy, worked with Matt Leacock on Pandemic Legacies,
That's
all of them,
neat.
things like that. But so that's the kind of design cred that we bring to our game design and game development. They aren't just good looking, they aren't just kitschy, they don't just pull in nostalgia, they're really freaking good board games as well. So that's what we've got going on Unmatched. Now, another game that we have is, I don't have a box for. It's called Return to Dark Tower.
Yep.
Oh, this is the centerpiece of the game. This is all I could pull. The reason why I couldn't bring Return to Dark Tower, like the box or the game, it's sold out. We're just out. It's gone. We've gone through multiple print runs. It's bananas. Fans love this game because, it is a cooperative game. Mm-hmm. Now, the old Dark Tower had this tower in the middle, and it was computerized. It's in the 80s, so it was pretty rudimentary. We completely changed it, revamped it, made this 12-inch tower. It is mechanical. It has Bluetooth. It lights up. It makes sounds. And these 3 different levels that you see here, internally they rotate. And they'll spit out skulls as you remove these doors on them and things like that. There is an app-driven element to it, but it's got this huge round board. You get great miniatures, and you go on quests and adventures and try to defeat the tower before it decimates you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a huge hit for us, and it's been really rewarding. It's very narrative. It's very immersive. And, what other game has this kind of centerpiece in it?
Yeah.
And not only are we sold out of everything, of the base game and all the expansions, but we have fans just clamoring for more. So earlier today, we just announced that we are kickstarting another print run so people can get all the stuff they're missing.
Awesome.
But we are releasing a new expansion called Expeditions.
Cool.
Yeah, and so now instead of just the core journey that you're going on, you can choose to go on these expeditions that have some really cool rewards to help you deal with some of the new bad things that are happening to you. So that's going to be coming to Kickstarter. We're targeting September. Okay. I don't know. Have you run a Kickstarter before?
Yeah.
A crowdfunding campaign? It's a lot of work, right?
You say 1 month and it might be 4 months later.
We're trying. We're trying really, really hard. So we're targeting September for a Kickstarter where fans will be able to get the pieces that they've been missing because we've been sold out and the new expeditions as well.
Yep.
So that's Return to Dark Tower.
That's really cool. I'm excited that it's that popular for you that you're going through multiple print runs.
Yeah.
And people can is the pre-launch page up for the Kickstarter?
They can go to our website. Thank you for bringing it up. They can go to our website restorationgames.com and there is a notify me page.
Awesome.
So they can get notified when we launch, so they don't miss out. They can get the notification bonus when they back and all that good stuff.
That's great.
Thank
that's so
you.
Cool. Can we keep it there so I can watch it?
We can.
We'll just staring at it.
I keep on wanting to. I have to gut a tower and then program it so it just is always lighting up.
Yeah.
Normally it works with the game, but yeah.
Well, even with it off and everything, there's this reddish.
Yeah, the
to it.
towers are translucent plastic, and there are red LEDs in it that
so
light
cool.
up. Yeah, it's a stunning centerpiece, and whenever it's on the table, you can't not be drawn to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And finally, the other thing that we talked about today is we have another game called Thunder Road Vendetta. So this is a race game. So again, the restoration concept. In the 80s, there was a game called Thunder Road, but we totally revamped it and made Thunder Road Vendetta. So this has won the American Tabletop Awards for the best strategy game. It's got the Dice Tower Seal of Excellence, and it was the Golden Geek Light Strategy Game of the year last year. So really been so pleased with the response to it. It is a race game with modular board that you rode and you are racing. You get a little crew of cars, small, medium, and large. Rem, I'm not joking. It's a roll and move game. Yeah.
What?
It's a roll and move game that won best strategy game and best light strategy game of the year. It's a roll and move. Because how this works is you get a crew and you roll dice and then you allocate dice to different cars to move them. So it's actually like dice allocation, and it's a lot smarter than, just roll at one die and move one car. But I like to tell people to roll and move because they're like, wait, what? So you're going to be racing down, and like any good race game, the person who wins the race wins the game.
Oh, cool.
But this is really Mad Max, the racing game. So your cars all have guns. Y'all are a little bit wildin'. And this is a game where you also can win if you're the last crew standing.
Wow.
So as you're racing through, you are going to be crashing and bashing into each other, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. You're going to be shooting at each other, causing damage. Like if you get shot, it can shoot shrapnel off of you, and then the shrapnel can hit another car and damage that other car, even if it's your own.
This feels like heavy metal Mario Kart.
It totally is. Absolutely. I think that's a great analogy. And the response from fans has just been so rewarding because they just get into it. Like, this is not a Euro, and I speak as a Euro-loving girl. Like, the more cubes, the better. But this one, it just is so immersive and so cinematic as you have these wild moments, and you're talking to your friends, you're like, oh my gosh, I shot his car, and then it flew through the air, and then it crashed into her car, but then that exploded too, and it shot me over the finish line, and I won. It really does lend itself to those kinds of moments.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so Thunder Road Vendetta, we already have some expansions out there. You can get an expansion that adds a big rig or a crew of motorcycles in the race. You have different terrain on the path, like fire and acid and things like that. And that's all cool. So again, today in our Blueprint seminar, which we'll eventually have on YouTube or whatever, we announced that we are doing a new expansion for this. So we already have a few. So the new expansion makes Thunder Road Vendetta into a campaign game called Interstate of Decay.
Ooh.
So Thunder Road Vendetta, Interstate of Decay will make Thunder Road Vendetta into a campaign game. When you have these races, now it's going to be a series of 4 races. After every race, you're going to get crew improvements, or you're going to have to deal with crew scars that you might have accumulated during the play. And then you take that crew into the next race. After 4 races, you'll see who is the ultimate campaign game winner.
That's awesome.
We're so excited about. So we're going to be crowdfunding that in 2026. If people want to find out more or stay tuned, they can definitely go to restorationgames.com and sign up to be notified so that they don't miss when we launch the campaign. And again, we try not to be out of stock, but it's so hard to tell. We are out of stock of so much of Thunder Road Vendetta right now. So again, the campaign will be an opportunity. If people are missing bits and bobs of it, they'll be able to get that during the campaign as well.
That's so great.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. You know, there's nothing better for a game publisher than to see people playing and loving your games and just get it. Or have these moments. Like, we have families come up, or we have kids come up and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to try this game, and things like that. And you just see them all playing together and have that shared experience. It's pretty magical for us.
That's incredible. And honestly, like, each of these games you've been able to sell me on, so I'm excited to come by the booth and demo a couple of these tomorrow. Yeah,
I
think this is going to be fun.
love to teach you them. The only other thing, Rem, I wanted to mention, and I couldn't bring it, partly because it's impossible for me to move. We have a game right now called Battle Monsters that we're demoing at our booth. So anybody at Gen Con, we really encourage you to come to booth 1731. Battle Monsters is our Godzilla Monsterverse game. So, but imagine a Godzilla that's like 6 inches tall against a Kong that's 6 inches tall with little tiny tanks and airplanes and things like that, units supporting them below.
Awesome.
So this is a massive board game. Like, photos don't demonstrate how big it is. You have these giant board and these giant titans battling it out against each other.
Awesome.
And so we did already complete the Kickstarter. There's late pledges available. If people are interested, they can check that out, of course, restorationgames.com. But really, we encourage folks to come by our booth. It's one of those games that until you see it on the table, you just don't get how epic and big it is. So the game has Godzilla, Kong, Mechagodzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah.
Yay! That's so exciting.
And they mix and match. So you can fight any Titan against any other Titan. It's got like total endless replayability and variability, and it's a ton of fun. It's just a good old rollicking battle time.
That's awesome. I'm excited. Again, when I come by, I'll have to take a picture of it and get it posted to our socials so we can link it to the video.
Please do. That would be awesome. I'd love that.
And there's so much here.
Yeah, sorry. I was like flood you.
Because there's so many links and everything, we'll have to reconnect because we're going to clip these videos.
Oh, thank you.
So that way you can have the links right there in the description, get to all of these games, follow the news for when this comes back, get in on all the upcoming Kickstarters, and how many box sets of Battle of Legends?
There are so many sets of Unmatched. I think in total we've produced 24 now. But, we've got a few at the booth if people want to check it out. We have demos throughout Gen Con, and we really encourage people to come and give it a whirl because it's a lot of fun.
That's one a month for the next 2 years, guys. And by then, who knows how many will be out.
Got you covered.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Rem. Appreciate your time.
Course.
Thank you, everybody out there, for watching. This is awesome.
Awesome. And
where
can they find you on socials to follow Restoration Games News?
You can find us on Blue.Sky, on Facebook, on Instagram at Restoration Games, and, of course, restorationgames.com.
Awesome. Well,
and totally join our Discord because we're all in the Discord. It's such a great, really, fun and kind community.
Awesome.
Very welcoming, very inclusive, and so join us on Discord.
Awesome. Well, thank you again.
Thank you, Rem.
And thank you guys for being here. Don't go anywhere, though, because we are about to have a fiction panel, Intro to Fiction, with John Helfers, Michael Stackpole, Brian Young, and Michael Sierravella. So they'll be on in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.